What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going over a Magcargo Ceruledge deck. Definitely a rogue deck. I haven't really seen this anywhere. But it uses the Academy at Night Stadium, which the reason that me and my buddy came up with this was because we were just going through random trainers and we were like, what even synchronizes with Academy at Night? And we found a few cards that work, and Magcargo really does the job, and so we kind of made a deck around it just for fun, and it turned out to be pretty good, decent consistency, and definitely a fun deck to play. It's very fun when you pull something off. So, we're going to do support Pokemon first. We have a 2/2 of Reverum. This is for its Rumbling Engine. You may discard an energy from your hand in order to use this ability, then draw until you have 6 cards in hand. This is going to be really good, obviously. Used in many decks. It's currently outshined by Radiant Greninja, which is discard a card, discard a energy, and draw 2. But this deck is going to be made out of no F mark cards, so this will be legal for the next season for Standard. So Reverum lets us not only discard energy for our Ceruledge attack, but also lets us continue to draw cards that we need. And then the only other support, well, that's a lie. One of the other support Pokemon is a one-off of Morpeko, which once during your turn you may look at the top card of your deck, and you may discard that card. So this just lets us have a little look at what we might be drawing into, or if there's an energy there, because then we can see, oh yeah, there is an energy, so we don't have to worry about using Academy at Night and getting rid of an energy in hand. We're just going to be able to go for the Magcargo attack right away. So Morpeko is really nice for that as well. And then the last support Pokemon is a one-off copy of Armorage to let us move our fire energy around the board as we please, from the bench to the active as many times as we want. I'd say our secondary attacker or late game attacker in this deck is going to be Ceruledge EX. 270, pretty bulky. It's in here for its Abyssal Flames attack, which is 30 damage, but 20 more for each energy in the discard. So, very solid attack. But there's 14 energy in the deck, so we can have up to 13 in the discard. What is that? 2 safety. So, damage cap of 290. So, you're hitting most things. You're taking out most things in the game. It could be a little higher, but like I said, Ceruledge is kind of like a let's wrap up this game, the secondary attacker for this deck. And the primary attacker or early game attacker, I say primary and secondary because that's how most decks are formatted. But with this deck, as I played it, it seems to be the first couple turns you're setting up Magcargo and attacking with that. And then once you're kind of getting low on prize cards, you're going to be looking to, once you say a Magcargo is knocked out and all that energy goes to the discard, instead of trying to salvage it, you're just going to go in and use your Ceruledge. So it seems to be more of an early game, late game than a primary, secondary kind of deal. And that brings us into Magcargo, actually. 270 HP, so pretty bulky. He is also Terra, so you don't have to worry about him getting bench sniped when he's powering up his energy. And Hot Magma, which isn't typically going to be used very much in this deck. I mean, you could use it to maybe snipe off some stage 1s while your opponent is setting up if you can get the energy out on it, which typically shouldn't be an issue with this deck. But more times than not, you're not going to be using Hot Magma, you're going to be using Ground Burn, which does 140 damage, but you get to discard the top card of every player. And for each energy you find there, it deals 140 more. So you can almost guarantee one coming off of your own just based off of everything else in this deck between Morpeko and Academy at Night and all that jazz, and just generally thinning your deck out. You're typically going to be able to deal 280 every turn. And then if you play, say, Team Star Grunt, or your opponent just gets unlucky, quite frankly, you could be dealing 420 damage, which is enough to kill everything in the game. So definitely, it's kind of like a risk-reward card, I'd definitely say. And it's a 2/2 of each of those. Now onto our trainers. Play 2 Ultra Balls, 4 Academy at Night. This allows us to put cards from the top in our hand to the top of our deck. So obviously, if you have Academy at Night and you have an energy in hand and Magcargo on the field, You check more Pico, your next card is not an energy, and it's something that you don't want to discard. Go ahead and use Academy at Night, put that energy on the top, and then you're guaranteed the 280 right there. And you don't have to worry about discarding a card that you liked. And you also get to mill just a little bit. The mill isn't super important with this deck. I see it doesn't come into effect more times than not. It's just Pokemon versus Pokemon. But it's just a little added special. 2 copies of Team Star Grunt. Put an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon on top of their deck. So you probably put 2 and 2 together. You can use Academy at Night to guarantee that you have 1 energy on top of your deck. You can also use Team Star Grunt to guarantee that they have 1 energy on top of their deck. So with Team Star Grunt, you can guarantee 420 damage. So very, very useful in this deck, that's for sure. Excuse me. We do have 1 copy of XP Share in here. This is because Magcargo does take some time to charge up. And he's not cheap. So we can throw an XP Share on a Slugma, or if we have our Magcargo set up, then we can set it up on a Charcadet or an already stationed Ceruledge, because that'll allow us, when Magcargo dies, we don't have to worry about attaching an energy to Ceruledge, because Abyssal Flames only costs 1. So XP Share just sneaks its way into this deck and is quite useful, I'd say. 3 copies of Vessel. Discard a card, search for 2 basic energies. Great in this deck. This allows you to have energy in hand so you can use Academy at Night, or allows you to get it in the discard so you can use Abyssal Flames. So great card for use. Only 1 copy of Buddy Buddy Poffin. This is mostly because Slugma is 80 HP. Everything else is 70 and can be found with the Buddy Buddy, so we can use it when we need to, but we do play 4 Nest Balls because of Slugma's 80 HP. 2 copies of Energy Retrieval. This is for, say, you don't want to use your Ceruledge yet, and you're kind of going through your energy quickly. This just allows you to backtrack a little bit and get a little more oomph. I'd say a little more energy to get your Magcargo going, your Ceruledge, or get you energy in hand that you can either more Pico away, Academy at Night away, or use Rev Room for. So 2 copies of Energy Retrieval for that. 2 Ionos, just hand disruption as well as hand reset. This deck does not really care about late game Ionos because of the Rev Room draw engine. You're always going to have at least 6 cards in hand. There's very few times that you're not going to be able to do that with us playing 14 energy. Our A spec is Hyper Aroma, which lets us search for 3 stage 1 Pokemon and put them into our hand. Obviously, that's going to be beautiful for this deck. It lets us get our Rev Room if we need to find draw. If we need to start attacking, it lets us find Ceruledge and Magcargo. And if we got to move energy around, we can find our Armorage, One thing that has happened a couple of times is my starting Pokemon will be a Varoom. And so I'll attach energy for turn to it, and then I'll be hesitant to retreat. Because what the concept there is, okay, option 1, I can retreat and potentially have whatever new thing I put, my Slugma get knocked out, or I can just leave the room as a wall, and if the room dies, well, then I can use, then that's just 1 more energy that Ceruledge can use. And so that has happened a couple of times where I'll attach, and then I won't sure if I want to retreat, and I'll end up starting to charge up the other one, say get a Reveroom in play. Okay, well now it has a 2 retreat cost, so that's not fun. And then typically I'll get bossed out, and this has actually happened more times than not. Then I'll have 1 energy on a Reveroom because I was thinking of retreating it, but I decided to not after whatever circumstances arose. And then it gets bossed out. So then I can Armorose that energy back into play. And that's not just for that. Say you have a Magcargo that's really low, and he gets bounced, so someone can try and, move damage counters onto him, which doesn't work because of Terra, but people have tried it. It allows you to move your energy around, is what I'm getting at. So 1 copy of Armorose is nice. And Hyper Aroma will find it for you. Hyper Aroma will find everything you need for this deck. 1 copy Night Stretcher. This is for any of your stuff dying, really, because we do only play 2 copies of these, as well as 1 copy of Morpeko, which is surprisingly useful in this deck, despite being so simple. As well as if you just need 1 energy so you can use River Room, you're going to use Night Stretcher. One TM Turbo Energize. This is obviously getting energy going right away. We're probably going to be putting the energy we pull from this onto a Slugma or already Magcargo. Giovanni's Charisma. This is a new addition to the deck that I kind of, after playtesting, I was like, yeah, that would work its way in. Put an energy attached to your opponent's active into their hands, so just a little bit of disruption, as well as this allows you to attach an energy card from your hand to your active. So a little bit of you want to go first with this deck more times than not? I'd say yeah. You want to go first with this deck. So, you attach past, they do all their stuff, and then you can Giovanni to bounce one of their energy, get yours, attach for turn, and then you have a turn 2 Magcargo. So Giovanni's Charisma is really nice for not only a little bit of disruption, but as well as energy acceleration for this deck. And then obviously 4 copies Nest Ball. Unfortunately, that Slugma is 80 HP, so we can't find it with Buddy Buddy Poffins. So we do go for the Nest Balls. 3 Arvins to find what we need when we need, whether that be a Nest Ball, TM Turbo, Hyper Aroma. The only tool in here is the one-off XP share and the TM Evo, or TM Turbo. So Arvin's searching for tool isn't as big as his searching for item, but still a great card. And then 2 copies Boss's Orders to just move what we need when we need, get final knockouts. And 14 energy. 14 fire energy. That is the deck list, and I'll go ahead and hop into some playtesting so you guys can see what this can do. Alright, so we're going ahead and hopping into our playtest here with our Academy at Night, Ceruledge, and Magcargo deck. So, like I said briefly, we do want to go first with this, because then we can get our evolutions going, we can get our energy on board. Because Magcargo is not a cheap Pokemon. And forgive me if I sound a bit hoarse. I am a little under the weather right now. Looks like we do get a mulligan here. Oh, so do they. Judging by the sleeves, I'm gonna guess Charizard. We do take a second mulligan, which is not fun. Oh, Arcanine. Is it Arcanine Charizard or just Arcanine flat out? Waiting for your opponent to set up. While you're here waiting. So my upload consistency has obviously been a little confusing. I was going once every 3 days. But it was like very consuming. Like the nights of, I was like, oh shoot, wait, it's been 3 days. I gotta post a video. And my buddy did recommend that I start like pre-recording my videos and then like setting publish dates for them. But I don't know how I felt about that. So comment down below. Let me know if you think that would be something I should look into, maybe. Okay, interesting. And then so I did those once every 3 days, and I was like, maybe I'll just post once a week, and that video did terribly. Also, I was sick when making that video, so it wasn't the highest quality, unfortunately. Okay, trolley for setup. But yeah, I was sick when making that video, so it was a pretty bad video as is. Okay, so it's just Arcanine. Dodging fire in there, probably for hitting around walls like Mimikyu and stuff. Where was I? Right. Wasn't feeling good when I posted the video, so it was bad. But regardless of how I was feeling, check prizes, all Magcargos, all Rev Rooms. Armorage is gone. What about Hyper Aroma? Hyper Aroma's here. What all is missing? One of our energy retrievals. And then, oof, how much we got in hand? 3? Okay, so 1 energy's missing. Ooh, not done. I don't even know. Handful of stuff. 1 Arvin. Yeah. Grab another Slugma so we can guarantee the Evo. And then we're going to go for the Rev Room here. Attach for turn. And then Snack Seek. Do we want a top deck Iono? Yeah, we do. So we won't discard it. It'll go there. And we'll end our turn. We probably should have bossed into Gouging Fire. to stall, but I think we'll be fine. Yeah. Oh, Pidgeotto is for your tree as well. Yeah. So yeah, and then so that video did terribly, and part of me is like, oh, it was just because it was a bad quality video, and the other part of me genuinely believes that it's because of the fact that I was posting every 3 days, and then I took a week off and posted a video. I was like, I'll post once every 7 days, put out a video a week, and I don't think the algorithm agrees with that concept very well. So this current one, I'm recording it and posting it 4 days after that Gardevoir that did terribly. Yeah, see there we can. Yeah, attach return. Snack seek to see if we want it. No, we definitely want that, and then we can IOL. So I don't know, maybe every 4 days is the move, but not too sure. Yeah, I do wish we had our Armorage here, but right now it's not too big of a deal. Just cycling through here, getting some stuff to work with. We do want to get that second rev room going. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go for knockout, because that's all we really can do. We're gonna hold the Academy at night right here. How much are you hitting for each damage counter? So yeah, he is probably going to throw in a Magma Basin, so he can start putting damage counters as well as energy onto Arcanine. And then we'll be able to bump it with Academy at night. And then since 280 HP, we'll be able to Academy at night, put this back on top, ground burn. But we're probably going to do a few more things. We're going to add a few steps, like Earthen Vessel in there. So, evolve our Red Room. I don't think I'm going to evolve the Ceruledge right now, just because if we draw our Armorage, I kind of want to get that. Maybe I'm talking crazy. How much is in discard? 2? Yeah, there's the Magma Basin. Okay, he has no energy in discard right now. He super rods for his Pidgey. I wonder. He must really want to get that Pidgeotto or Pidgeot going. That quick search is really good. Uses appeal. So yeah, also let me know what decks you guys want to see next. I have a Chien-Pao. Okay, so here, that's actually really good. They have 2 cards in hand, and we have knockout here. So, I mean, we could Magma Basin, but I don't think that would let us start charging up our second Magcargo. Okay, we're gonna go there right now before we get too crazy. I think. I kind of. Yeah, we're gonna attach, and then give it a snack sneak. What do we got here? Do we want to draw an Arven? Yeah, we will. You know what? Could be very useful. It's kind of like a casual play almost. I'm not too stressed about anything with this deck. And then we can Academy at night. We're not going to Arven this turn, because I have no idea what we would grab. We're just going to get the knockout. So yeah, comment below what decks you guys want to see from me. I'm going to be hopefully posting a Chien-Pao deck that doesn't just run Excalibur, it also works Porygon into it. Which, if you don't know what Porygon Z does, you flip a coin. If heads, attach up to 4 energy from your discard to that Pokemon. So, obviously a very solid thing for a Chien-Pao deck. The only reason people don't play it is because Excalibur is the better option. So obviously, finding that getting those two stage twos out isn't always the funnest. And also, you leave it up to a coin flip. But I don't know, it's a lot of fun for me. So let me know if you guys want to see that. Also, if you just want, I know someone was asking for a raw Ceruledge deck, so I might post that if they still want it. Let me know what kind of decks you guys want to see. Otherwise, I'll just keep coming up with these random rogue ones with my buddy and do what I can. So he's gonna quick search for Professor's Research. Did he Arvin this turn or was that last? I don't even know. He Arvin's this turn. Or did he grab a single energy so he can, yeah, use T and Evo? Okay. But yeah, I mean, I've just kind of been babbling about other things. The deck is playing itself. It's pretty straightforward, you know. You power up your Magcargo, and then you just kind of play from there, you know, with your Academy at Night and all this. We could have taken advantage of his Magma Basin to start charging our other Magcargo, but I'm not too worried about that, quite frankly. We're going to Arvin and find an XP share. He's not going to have Knockout, obviously. Now the question is, what do we want to kill? I kind of want to take out Charizard. What do we want? Yeah, we're gonna Arvin. We need XP shares, what we want. And then we Vessel. We could just Vessel there and there, yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. So we'll toss an XP share on our second Magcargo. Well, how much we got? So there's already 5 in discard, so that's 130 off the Ceruledge. 280. So it's going to have to be late game. We do have 1 in the prizes, but... So yeah, I think we are going to pop that on Charcadet and promote it to Ceruledge. Just for when he starts moving along there. Vessel, we're gonna get rid of the Charcadet here. Those two. Gonna hold on to these guys. We can check what we want. Ceruledge, yeah, we'll discard it. We got no need for that. And then we have Draw Power. Rumbling Engine into a Charcadet. I think we're gonna hold the Ultra Ball in hand. Okay. Actually, we don't need to Academy at Night because, yeah, it's just 140 base. So okay, we lose Academy at Night and he loses an energy, and we get a prize card. There's our Armorage, which I mean we have the Ceruledge down now. So we got 7 energy. If Magcargo goes down, which I don't think he will, I'm pretty sure we win here. Could quick search for Magma Basin to bump our Academy, but even if he does that, we're going to Team Star Grunt and still guarantee the 1 energy. Unless he grabs a Professor's Research here and just gets a fresh hand, which would be the smartest thing to do if he has Mela. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Draw until you have 6 cards in hand plus 1 energy. So he can Raging Claws. I don't think he is able to get Knockout. Yeah, I don't think he's able to get Knockout. So I think we win here, just like that. Yep. So that's game. We'll do a little extra as well. Yeah. Academy at Night, our own energy, just so we can show off that 420 damage. Ground Burn, discarding 2 energy, boom. So yeah, super fun deck to play, especially if you can get it set up and fast like that. Which I feel like with this list is very possible. We were lucky with the Slugma in the active. I'm not even gonna lie. because moving stuff around can be kind of annoying. It's not the end of the world with this deck, um, but because like worst case scenario, you just use something as like mini bulk, and then you can use it for TM turbo, and then when it goes down, you obviously are set up. So super fun deck to play. And pretty, I feel like it's pretty simple. There's some moments that take tons of strategy, and you'll kind of learn that as you play it. I can't even really give an example. Um, just like, yeah, between like thinning with Magcargo and drawing with Rev Room, you should be able to find what you need, as well as all the search cards in here. So super fun list. Recommend giving it a shot, and let me know in the comments what you guys think about it. So thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day. Merry Christmas.